Okay, I'm going to do an art video, something, not actual art video, but some of the pieces I've been working on recently. It's these little assemblage pieces with collage. Now, these are a lot of fun, and you really you don't need much of anything to make these except paper, glue, and the only paint I used on these was painting the cradle boards. Now these cradle boards are on Amazon. They're wooden, and normally you paint. I don't think anything will fall off these, but let's see. Normally you paint on this side. This is the side you paint on. But these are beautiful little frame pieces if you do them, turn them this way, and make a little assemblage collage pieces in the center. Now, the actual square, these are all square, and they're very reasonable. They come in packs of 4 or 5, and they're 8 inches, 8-inch squares. But the thing is, the window area would only be like 5.5 by 5.5. So the actual art is quite small. Now, how I made these pieces is I got some spray paint. You don't have to use spray paint. You could probably just use any kind of paint you like, any color you like. I used a matte spray, so I was able to spray it really fast. And I did the inside and the outside. I didn't do the sides on that for some reason. And then these are just collage pieces. I did some collage. I did a collage piece that I cut out. It was one of my art pieces. I have done assemblage in the past, so these are my little orange squares that I got. I don't know where I got those, on Amazon maybe. This I got on Amazon. I make these little inchies. This is little square pieces of cubes. They're called inchies. And you can put artwork on them, and they're small, but they make nice, I put them in all the artwork that I have, which you'll see in each one there's a little art piece. These are Klimt art pieces. Can you see? Yeah, you can probably see that. And it's 3-dimensional, which is really nice. A lot of the stuff I did get from my art supplies. So I have a lot of art supplies. And I did some lettering down this way, so I had obviously, I think I did that with a Posca pen or some dark, I think I did that with a Posca pen or maybe some thick black pen. And then this may have been in my junk drawer. I don't know where I got this from. It looks important, but that's pretty cool. So you play around, collaging is so much fun. And I just added this around the edges for reasons I don't know. Whatever is visually appealing to you is what you do. Now, the thing about these is the thing about these are, I used the wrong verb. You can put them anywhere. Like you can hang them up. I didn't wire them, but you can put them in windowsills, or any place you want a little art on a shelf. They're pretty lightweight. Here's one. I can't remember the title. I was supposed to put the title on the back, but I didn't do that for some reason. And then I have, let's see, this one. Okay. So you can, whatever you want to do, you do. It's just, it's up to you. I had this, a lot of this stuff was in my art drawer that I had purchased. I was doing a lot of assemblage when I first started artwork, and so I have all this stuff, and I have marbles. I have marbles. This back piece is actually a painting. This is a painting, not painted here, but a leftover painting that I had, and this is a leftover collage, I think. I'm not sure what. No, I think I just had paper that I put on this. Again, I didn't do any painting, except for this bottom piece was painted, but it was just a scrap painting that I never did anything with. And here's one of my inchies with Klimt on it. It's a Klimt, and all 4 sides have an image on them from Klimt. The title, did I save the title? I didn't write the titles on the back. That's too bad. I should have done that. Anyways, so here's another one. And they're just fun to do, very relaxing. This isn't tacked down as much as it should be. Now, for the little guys, these little ones, the small items, I used gel medium, you know, that has it sticks. But I know one of the marbles fell off. The other thing is, for another one that I have a lot more, I'll show you the next one. You may want to use that 2000. It's that glue 2000 or something. It's heavy duty, like cement glue or something. It comes in a big tube. You may want to use that for heavier things. These are all, that's a shell, that's pretty light. These little things are very light as well. This one, I think underneath it, I did use that 2000. And this one isn't tacked down as it should be, but it doesn't really matter. And then lastly, I did this one. I like to work in 12s. So I have 3 of them. And this is the first one I did, and I call this my junk drawer picture. Now here I had an old painting with some collaging on it. I had some, you know, those letters that you have in a roll. It's like a tissue paper. I put that there and that there. And all this stuff, and here's a little Klimt inchy. And all the rest is from my junk drawer that I don't use at all, or I won't be using. And I believe this thing, I didn't tack this down as well as I could, but again, it doesn't really matter. So I think these are really cool, and I like them. And because, like I said, I put them in my windowsill, or you can put them up against anything on a fireplace, or you can do different sizes. And they're just very relaxing, because what you do is you just, you know, once you have this sprayed, whatever color you like, or you just may want to keep the natural wood, you can take, like I do a lot of collage, so I have tons and tons of papers. I have tons and tons of artwork that can be cut up as well. So then you just design it, and the designing is what's fun. When you get these little things, and you get a little stack of things. And marbles are great for these, because when you put them up in a room, I don't know if you see it now, you'll see the shadow, which is the clear shadow, like the white shadow. That is very cool when that happens. So it gives it a more dimension to it. Besides being 3-dimensional, it gives us the shading of it, which is very interesting. So I am going to put a link below for what the ones I bought on Amazon. I think like five or 6 on Amazon. They run about, I don't know, maybe $25 or so. So if you want to get these, the thing is, I mean, with the holidays coming up, this is a great idea if you need to give some gifts that are unique and from your, you know, with your creative and stuff. So there's no paint involved. So there's nothing like that. There's just glue, gel medium, because you have to push this into the backing, and it makes a beautiful presentation. Anyways, that's what I think. Okay, so that's a short video for today about my little, I call these my junk drawer art. But you know, you could do so much with this, especially if you want to work with 3-dimensional objects. You could use toys, you could use any little thing, small things that you could, like, if they're just sitting in a junk drawer, bring them out and make an art piece with them. Okay. Have a great day. See you soon.